Nuclear missile ready.
Inputs. Okay, the sound's probably terribly balanced, but we'll just go with it. If someone in the chat wants to help me out in 2 minutes, let me know. All right, guys. Sorry, this was kind of an unceremonious opening, but me and Snap are here casting TheNydus, week number 4 for us, Alpha X versus Cryptic Gaming, and we are already loaded into the game. Wow, okay.
I'm not paying attention.
I'm so sorry.
It's alright. Can't chew gum and walk. So, we've got our first player, Potato Pleb, who's been strong for us. So, excited to see the Diamond players. We were just talking before about how strong the Diamonds have been for us.
Really hoping that we can see some good stuff out of Potato Blood. I don't know much about Terran builds, and I'd like to. I gotta learn more.
I can assure you I know less, pretty much. Well, actually, I've been watching a little bit of GSL recently, so.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched any of this season.
A little bit about the new Ghost meta.
Oh yeah.
All right, in the bottom corner of Jagannatha, we have the blue Protoss, Valgroof.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner as the green Terran representing Alpha X, it is Potato Pleb.
We are playing Cryptic Gaming, and they all seem to have pretty cool names. The leader, Crumb, Valgroof, some Icelandic, perhaps, Germanic tribe names.
Potato Pleb doing a good job denying the gas steal by just hold positioning a worker on top of the gas geyser.
Okay, the sound's probably terribly balanced.
Valgroof seems to want to be taking a natural base, and there it is. And it goes down before Potato Plebs. That'll be nice, having that income advantage earlier. Just going to do a little bit of SCV harassment. Potato has pulled a worker, but will it get there in time? He's got a micro it a little bit.
Ooh, sick micro. Valgroof gets the SCV, but it's going to lose it to the Reaper.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best you could hope for with the probe, though, right? Like, that's pretty cool.
For sure.
Granted, it didn't delay by very much. It's still an SCV kill, though. I'm surprised that Potato Pleb's not scouting with his Reaper. There he goes.
Going an Adept into, looks like a Sentry next. And adding on another gate.
No tech just yet. Spending all of his gas in that Sentry and Warp Gate tech. Going another Adept. You already built an Adept, didn't you?
Yep, an Adept is currently in the natural. Actually might get that SCV before it finishes the natural, and it does, so that's a nice delay. Although there is another SCV to finish that up.
Yeah, that's still a stick delay, though. That's really cool. The Reaper did get another probe kill, so they're even on worker kills so far. It looks like Potato is going to be doing a 2-1-1 type strategy, as he has the second barracks completing, factories building a tech lab. Maybe not 2-1-1, because there would have been a starport already, yeah?
Mm-hmm. got another Tech Lab being odd and another Barracks. So it looks like some 3 racks type play, but Biotank.
Yeah, this might be 3 racks Marauder. I think that's a style. Twilight Cancel finishing up, and it's going to be Blink for Balgruff.
I could actually see this being quite strong. I like this from Potato Pleb. If he hits before there's too much tech out for Balgruff, I mean, Blink is nice, but...
it's not super against Bio, though, right?
Yeah. There's only so much you can do with it.
I guess it is good against Marauders, because you can blink away and save your Stalkers once, Concussive Shell's been researched. Now, there's another Tech Lab, so I think it is going to be that Marauder heavy style.
Right.
No follow-up tech choices for Balgruff quite yet. Just hanging out with that Twilight Council Blink research. No, it's not Marauders. I'm so wrong. He's building Marines and he's getting Combat Shield. With lots of tanks. Another tank on the way. No starport as of yet.
Yeah, we're going up to 4 gateways for Balgruff. Still no Robotech yet for him. So it's basically, what he's going to have to defend Potato Pleb's army is just Blink Stalkers for now. Although he is scouting in with Hallucinated Phoenix. That's a nice pickup.
Mm-hmm. He's getting Charge now, which I really like that. I think Charge is a fantastic upgrade against Bio. So potentially he might be trying to do some micro where he blinks the Stalkers, or at least a group of Stalkers on top of some tanks. Could be doing that, but there is a little bit this move out's coming. He has 4 SCVs with him. It looks not quite like pulling the boys, and those guys are more there to repair. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think Potato Pleb has a strong opportunity here to do a lot of damage. Scanning into the natural, nice. Gonna see what position he can take. He didn't scan the 3rd, so he doesn't know about that. But still, he's gonna have an ample opportunity to get a nice siege position here and maybe catch some of Balgruff's army off guard.
Ooh, before Charge is done too. So those Zealots are not doing as well as Balgruff would hope for. Gets the Sentry, gets the Shield Battery, and the entire army. I think this might be game. I don't know what Balgruff can do to overcome this. He can't produce Immortals. He doesn't have a robo at all. Just a Twilight Council and Templar Archives. And Archons and High Templar are not going to be enough to dislodge those tanks.
Yeah, there was a very ambitious blink forward there for Balgruff. Did not pan out. There just really wasn't enough. And it looks like he's going to try to get some charge lot Archon here.
Yeah.
But it's too little too late as he's already lost 2 bases.
Yeah, and then Potato Pleb is fortified behind it. Like, he might kill these 3 tanks, but he's got 2 bunkers and 3 more tanks to go. That's just still a lot of Terran. Potato, I like the choice of adding the bunkers. That just adds extra HP to your army. That's really nice.
Yeah, great use of the bunkers and tanks, just kiting back with the Marines you have, being very cost effective. And Balgruff's army is destroyed. GG, well played is called, and Potato Pleb gonna get our first victory.
GG.
Sorry guys. I think the sound is bad. I'm just listening.
He has 4 SCVs with him. It looks not quite like pulling the boys and those.
Okay, volume seems low for both of us. I'll try to bump it up both ways.
I just realized I had the wrong Alpha X stream open.
Okay. Yeah, we are casting with a 2-minute delay, so it's going to be a little bit hard to adjust audio. All right, but well played, Potato. Potato recently got shouted out on the Pylon show for his cool name, which was fun.
That's awesome.
Dude, Pylon show is not the same without Jeff. It's sad.
Oh, it's sad, and we have a memory of him, but it's not. Don't say it's not the same without him, because it's still a good show. It's still trying to do the content. I feel like.
Well, it's still a good show, but I mean, I don't feel like it's been as funny. I feel like the Pylon show with Jeff and Artosis was like reliably funny, you know?
Jeff,
But whereas now it's like it's not like it's not funny, but it's just it doesn't have that dynamic. I don't know. Just in my opinion, I think that Jeff was kind of the lifeblood of what made that show funny. And then also him and Dan, they would skid off each other so much, which was it's really sad.
Yeah, it is. It is very sad.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. Did you watch the recent Brood War Pylon show episode?
I did not actually. I haven't seen very many Pylon shows.
Well, it's funny because those guys, the two guys that that Dan picked, like are kind of enemies in the Brood War scene, which it kind of comes out. They like have some pretty serious disagreements, but they've had like pretty serious like confrontations in the past. So it was kind of awkwardly charged energy throughout the entire show that I don't think he really caught on to. And like it was just like it was palpable the the rivalry between them two.
Yeah. Sorry, I was drinking. That's pretty like interesting. It's yeah, that would be weird to have that kind of energy and then not pick up on it. Like, I feel like that might just make the whole show a little tense.
It was pretty tense.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Yep, sorry guys. I think the sounds should be better now. I just cranked everything way up. But yeah, who's the next player for Cryptc? To challenge the mighty Potato Plebeian.
Lord Potato.
Rebelling against the ruling class.
Was once a simple potato farmer, but now has rose to the ranks of God King of the Potato Empire.
Will he forget his roots?
Kind of bummed that was so short. I like that map. I think that map is the prettiest of them.
For sure.
And we didn't even get to see them fight in like the red area. That's really pretty.
It's cool, yeah. I remember, I think desert maps are kind of some of my favorite maps because you can really see the units better. I think it's also could be because I'm slightly colorblind and like have trouble seeing things on the dark, really dark maps. But like desert maps were always my favorite, and also the red's cool too because it just that high contrast.
Yeah, I really like it. I don't think I have any issues with colorblindness. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's pretty mild. It's just like certain colors kind of are muddled.
Yeah.
It's funny once you tell people that you have some even if it's mild color blindness, they'll be like, "Can you see what this color is?" They'll be like holding things up to you all the time. It's really funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I get that so much because like I'm like basically blind without my glasses on, and so like Like, I'll tell people that, and they're like, really? They're like, show me. I'm like, okay. So I take my glasses off, and they'll hold up fingers, and they're like, how many are you holding? And I'm like, I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Funny that it's. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. It is nice.
Yeah, I wear contacts because my vision's pretty bad, but the problem is like I don't do well with contacts in like gaming. Like I don't blink, and the contacts like get stuck onto my eyes. So I take them off and have like glasses that I can use mainly.
Yeah. So like last year this time I was doing really good about wearing my contacts, and then I lost one down the shower, and I only got my other pair like last 2 weeks ago, and I haven't worn them yet. I want to start wearing them again. You just reminded me. Thank you.
Sure. Do you get like the ones that only last 2 weeks?
No. I get hard contacts. And
Oh,
they are
really?
supposed to last.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's funny. I didn't know that those people still wore those. I thought those were like those were phased out.
Only if you have shitty eyes. So I'm looking at this week's results so far, and I'm kind of like really impressed to see in Guns N' Roses versus Validity. Oh, spoilers ahead for anyone that cares, but Guns N' Roses versus Validity Gaming this week, Warhawk went 4-0 with the all kill, and that's pretty impressive.
Wow. Yeah, all kill. I mean, I don't know how high those masters were, but still, that's pretty insane.
Mm-hmm. And then for Lost in Translation, Mastermind did the same thing.
Right.
That's
wow.
pretty impressive.
Very cool. Has he respawned yet?
Not yet.
Oh yeah,
There he
Vola.
is. Oh.
Moolah. Huh. Let's see. Oh shoot! No, I was going to verbally respond to Mystic, but just chat to him. If I can type my password in correctly. Okay. All right.
There we go.
I'm not sure. Hope you're doing well, Mystic. Not sure if you've been playing in CTL, but I assume that if you're eligible, you definitely have been. You guys are doing an amazing job in the CTL team. Super proud of you guys. Glad that I gave that over to Sniper. I think he was definitely doing much better. Cool. Looks like it's a close week so far. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot! I should probably not talk about that because.
Oh, spoilers!
I don't know how much you guys know about the CTL week, but it is really me, Mystic. Yes. I
Why
sound
does
like
this
Warbuff.
sound like-
I guess we do sound similar.
Alright, here we go.
All right. I love that Twitch clip when someone got him to say, "I am one with the sippy cup." No.
I think those are some of my favorite memes. When they just like when like everyone targets the one person for the week.
Yeah.
I think Sucks You is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Sushi's good though. Fantastic.
For sure. All right, in the top corner of a Metron, we have the one and only Mola.
Game paused.
And we have a pause, so... is it bad?
Mine's 54, which I'm pretty sure that's playable.
Up to 250? It is the real Gort.
I'm mad that referees cannot. Oh wait, what?
Oh, can I unpause it? Or...
Alright, I'll do it.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I thought you couldn't do it. Sorry about that.
Okay. I made all of the spectators. You, me, and their coach is referees. Having
Okay.
one referee is like a disaster. What if they go AFK? Oh no. Alright. You want to go back to doing the introduction?
Sure. I introduced Mola, so I'll
Okay.
get it to the point, I guess.
So starting in the bottom left corner as the red potato, it is Potato Blood. It looks like both players opted for a gas and then racks opener, and they're both pretty quick on their second gas. I wonder if this is kind of standard for TBT. I know that gas first is standard, but having a second gas so soon, that just makes me, looking at that 11 out of 16 on minerals makes me anxious.
Yeah.
We see a reactor for Potato Pleb.
Gosh.
Oh my lord.
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna try and remind you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well it was only... No, it's gonna be bad. They're gonna have 2 minutes of no overlay. Sorry guys.
It is all good.
Alright, sorry. Don't let me distract you.
You're good. So, I like the choice of adding a reactor for Potato Pleb. It seems as if Moolah, that's what it is. It's money. Seems like Moolah has not opted for any add-ons. So I think that's gonna make. Well, it looks like he's also going to be building. Well, okay, so there's a proxy starport, which is really important. I want to say Banshee, but I honestly don't know. It could very well be Liberators. Medevac.
Interesting.
I think he's gonna drop the Reapers and Hellions into the main base.
Interesting.
Which,
Yeah, and then
it could work, but I think that's kind of dangerous.
Could maybe go in with Hellions into the main and then Reapers into the Nat once he draws everything up there as well.
I like that idea quite a bit. He needs to not be spotted by the scouts. Although, is that in range? That looks like that's in range. Yep, he saw it. Okay. How does he defend? Looks like there is more here for Potato, but the micro has to be good. The workers were pulled a little late, so he's going to lose all the army.
Wait, but he dropped the Reapers. Yeah, he can get a ton of SCV kills here.
Yeah, he can. He just has to not get surrounded by the SCVs. Ooh, repairing the Cyclone, that's a smart move.
Yeah, I don't think he should have targeted the Cyclone.
Yeah, he should have, it would have been nice to see him do a little more focus fire, but he disrupted a lot of the mining, so that's nice. He did get 5 SCV kills and reset the Hellion and Reaper count for Moolah. So he got some damage done. Got a lot of damage done, but he had the potential to do more.
Liberator sieging up as well for Potato Pleb. Gonna get a few SCVs. Very nice.
Yeah, only the Cyclone out right now that can deal with that. And the Cyclone up there means the Reapers at the Natural are going to have a field day.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, these Reapers are getting their money's worth for sure. It is only the Cyclone here to defend. He can just target SCVs.
Oh, he's trying to kill the Cyclone again.
Oh,
yeah. He gets it this time, but the Marines in the back help clean up.
Potato Pleb's such a savage, just gunning down getting so many SCV kills.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. The medevac is basically out of energy, so it's healing as often as it can, but it's not able to do very much at all.
Yeah, there's no answer for the Liberator, though. GG is called. Potato Pleb sweeping the diamonds on fire tonight. Very cool.
Yep. Good job, Potato Pleb.
Yeah, Mystic, I assume you mean me and Snoopy's casting, because I think me and Sippy Cup, unless you're talking about Snap's casting with Sippy Cup, which, did you cast with Sippy Cup? Okay. I assume that you're talking about Snoopy, and I enjoy casting with him tremendously. Those CTL casts were super fun.
Yeah.
And thanks. Missed those for sure. Those were like kind of, I think I did that for, because it was like 2017, I think. It was like CTL season 17 that I started doing like casting for those CTL replays when Volticus was the captain. And then basically me and Snoopy have been doing those casts since then, basically, so. It was a pretty fun tradition we had.
That's really cool. I haven't casted outside of these at all, I think.
You should. You always got stuff to cast, man.
Yeah.
I know Sushi's always hitting me up for stuff, and I can only do so many of them. So I can only do so much of it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice joke. Housework, hot potato. Good one. Okay. Wait, I said that. That's right. Okay. So I got that joke first. And self-validated in a small way. Whoa! I got 27 viewers.
Wow. Look at us.
Making it big. About to get
Yeah.
into the dirty esports money.
Oh, yes. Everyone loves team leagues, yeah. They're my favorite.
All right, who will be Potato's next victim? Let's see. Is Crumb gonna play?
That's a good question. He might be playing for the Masters. He said he's waiting for his next player, so he might be ace if he plays. Or backup.
Yep, Snoopy has a smooth voice for sure. Not so sure about mine, but Snoopy's got that soothing melodic tones come through. Very good star sensor. That's funny. But you remember Star Sense casting? Oh wait, no. I guess you're just saying. I don't know. I'm lost. That was way back in the day.
Yeah.
Star Sense, Snowy, Ming.
Oh, I think I remember Snowy.
Yeah, Snowy was like, man, 2017, 2016 type stuff.
That was a minute ago.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't been, like, to be honest, I haven't been, always, like, super involved in everything. I've gone through flashes, like, when I was doing CTL, I was pretty seriously involved. Did some casting here and there. But always been, kind of in the background, for different things.
And like that's super cool. You don't always have to be like doing everything, but it's nice that it's nice to be able to what am I trying to say? It's nice to be able to like come in and out, know
For
that
sure.
you can help out, but know that it's not totally dependent on you.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that Sushi's good at his delegation of things, making sure that everyone's spread out. Like,
And
basically,
yeah.
I mean, Sushi's almost does this full time, almost, and there's a couple people that are like, I think of Snoopy's an absolute beast. Like, you ask him a question, like, like, so dependable in terms of doing tons of stuff. But there's just a ton of people that also have, full-time jobs and going to school and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they do a certain amount. I mean, they still do a ton, but it's sort of like everyone's covering for everyone else. But there's enough people that you're not like overburdened where there's like 30 things resting on you.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite things about the clan is that it's just really well managed. You don't have to. It's really well managed, and I think we cannot like overstate that enough.
Sure.
I hate when people. I hate when people ask me, "Do you want to join my clan?" No, no, I like the one I'm in. Don't ever ask me again.
It's funny. Okay. We are in the lobby, and it is going to be Crumb. Or is he just going to move to Observer? Never mind.
It is Glenn.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I sent Glenn an invite, but I really don't want to invite him again and then break it. There we go.
Here he is. Oh, no. He elected not to join. Should I invite him, or do you want to let him try again?
Player you're trying to invite is not currently accepting invites from players who are not on their friends list, so it's got to be Crumb.
Okay. Oh, here he is. Looks like Mestic, you're calling out someone for just Google translating Chinese characters. It's hilarious. I love it when people like do that. They'll like try to speak a language just by Google translating. It's like super obvious.
Yeah, it's like so poorly grammared. But thanks for trying. It's nice.
The Koreans will do that somewhat in Brood War. They'll just come on and be like, "You suck." Like they're super toxic on NA ladder because they're super mad that they have to play on such high ping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, in the bottom corner of Monument, we have the blue Terran. Glean.
Overlay.
I did
Overlay.
change over there. Yeah.
Excellent. Good job. Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner as the green Terran, representing potatoes all over the globe, it is Potato Pleb. And we have another TVT on our hands.
Hmm.
Both players have opted for gas first, which is nice. I think that is a wall for Potato Pleb to block the Reaper coming up. It looks like there's an object in the way next to the depot. So that'll be nice to deny the Reaper access into the main from outside the ramp area.
That's funny. Didn't Protoss usually like build a gateway over there to stop?
Yeah, usually. It's super nice just to like have that walled off so you don't have to deal with the Reaper. So we see some deviation in the build orders already. Glenn has opted for no gas, and it looks like he might just be opening Rack's command center. Potato Pleb has taken his other gas, but he only has 3 workers mining gas, which is interesting. So we'll see how each player chooses to play this out.
It's like quite a bit of a head start on the natural for Glenn.
Yeah, it's huge. Both players making a second Reaper. Potato Pleb opting to keep his at home, so I think if Glenn isn't careful, he might lose his Reaper to the 2 Reapers of Potato.
I didn't catch the MMR of Glenn.
Glenn is Masters 1.
Okay.
I did not look at the MMR. That's my bad. Glenn going Cyclone, that's neat. And he's getting the 3rd gas really quickly. And I don't know what that foreshadows, but that seems extraordinarily early for a 3rd gas.
Gonna throw down the starport. Maybe we have Banshee incoming. Liberator. Yeah, I saw that the Reaper got launched into this little crevice right here.
I did not see that at all. Did he get out or did he die?
Yeah, it jumped back in immediately, but that was I don't think Reapers that was supposed to go there for sure.
So the natural has finished up for Potato Pleb. He's got a starport on the way, but Glenn's starport has finished first. Glenn is just mining a tremendous amount of gas, banking up a 2nd Cyclone and producing Marines out his reactor barracks. We see Potato Pleb doing the same, but I think he's going to be behind in the unit count based on his not his late, but just the amount of gas that Glenn has been mining.
Pretty serious supply block for Glenn.
Yeah, that is really tough to deal with right now.
This is his 2nd supply block in a row, actually. Just one at 46 as well.
Yeah. So, Potato lost his Reapers and Hellions, but he got to see a siege tank and 2 Cyclones. Did he get a siege tank? No. No, that was just a Hellion blowing up. But he got to see 2 Cyclones out, so I wonder if that's any kind of tell for him.
Yeah, we'll see how much this drop, how effective this drop's going to be. There are 2 Cyclones in the main, so if he flies that drop in the wrong position, that could be disastrous.
He's got to wait for afterburners to recharge. He's still got 7 seconds left on that cooldown. He scans, so he knows it's coming. He's going to wait patiently outside, while he uses his Cyclones to harass the front and takes out the bunker for just damage on the Cyclones. He spots the Cyclones patrolling in the main really early and flies out without taking too much damage.
Yeah, it's actually a really strong play. Not just running in there, scanning first. That's definitely a higher level play, you know. Not taking unnecessary risks. And now, I feel like there's space where he could maybe get the Marines dropped behind the mineral line and scoot by the Cyclones.
There could be, but I think he'd have to create a distraction at the front again. But I'm nervous because the 2 siege tanks out front of the natural for Glenn means that Potato will lose both those Cyclones. And I think his army composition right now is significantly weaker than Glenn's. I like Glenn's choice of going 2 Ravens before transferring the starport. Potato Pleb built the medevac for the drop, and now he's produced 2 Vikings. And I think he might produce more Vikings, but those Ravens, especially because they're just sitting there banking up energy, are going to be so critical in the fight that's going to happen.
Yeah, both players' thirds are going to come up at about the same times. But like you said, a difference in army composition for Potato Pleb could be the deciding factor.
Potato has more factories than he has money that can spend it. He's going mech, but he's not able to produce constantly. He just doesn't have the economy for it. This 3rd landing is going to be really nice, but
loses the medevac in the process, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's rough to deal with. And yeah, looking at the supply, you can see a huge difference already. Like, that's massive. Glenn's he's going to be going bio, and I think the supply difference means so much more when you're going bio. Like the tanks and cyclones, like those eat a huge amount of supply, I think, for Potato. So yeah, I just feel like his army's really small.
At the same time, though, if Potato Pleb is sieged up with enough tanks, even if you have a supply lead in bio, that can evaporate very quickly.
That is true, and he is absolutely decking his main base out with missile turrets, so he's not going to die to a YOLO drop. I really admire that play.
Yeah, TVT is, in a lot of ways, it can be a game where you can be ahead, but there's not a lot you can do about it. It's kind of a slow build-up. So Glenn taking his 4th, I like that a lot. We need to see a follow-up 4th from Potato Pleb very soon as well, or some harassment damage done. And I think actually some Hellions are going to go check out the 4th location. That could be very strong.
Yeah.
We have a scan going down for Potato, checking out the army. And I think Glenn is wise to the potential harassment. Yeah, because there's a Marine at the Zelnaga Tower that does have vision of these Hellions.
That's excellent. And he's saying, yeah, I don't have to defend the 4th. I can just go kill you if part of your army's there. Seeing that amount of Hellions and Cyclones after losing some initial units is a huge tell that it's mech as well.
Interestingly enough, though, the Zelnaga Tower didn't really spot this, and there's a lot of SCVs that are going to get killed here. The army is coming back right away. Oh, okay. Actually, maybe there was a moment where he could have gotten some of those Hellions into the 3rd. But still, this is a nice harassment. Pick off 7 workers, delay the 4th a little bit. We need to see a 4th from Potato Pleb. However, there's a Potato Pleb for Sensor. There is a Sensor Tower for Potato Pleb at the 3rd, so I don't think that Glenn's really going to be able to attack in there.
What is the Viking count? Ooh, it is 8 Vikings to 6 and 2 Ravens, so air superiority has gone to Glenn. The tanks are spread out a lot for Potato Pleb too, which is going to make this defense even harder. It's good to have a nice spread, but when only 3 of your siege tanks fight, well, the disable goes down on 3 tanks and those go down. The other tank at the natural goes down. Most of the bio is cleaned up for Glenn, but he's got 5 tanks just sitting in the back, able to do whatever it is that they want. Potato does a misrally. He's going to lose a siege tank for free. And he pulls the boys.
Fighting with the SCVs. Actually, this would be a great time to unsiege the tanks and move forward. I think that's what he had to do. But losing 23 SCVs is not going to be worth it. However, I think he's going to push this back, because a lot of tanks for Potato Pleb were preserved. And also the 4th was shut down as well, so...
Yeah.
Okay, losing even more SCVs hurts though.
Potato Pleb did lose all of his Vikings, and I have no idea how that happened. I did not even leave that part of the battle.
I think the Vikings were just, there were just more Vikings for Potato. For Glenn, excuse me.
The Ravens got taken out too, which is nice, but these Vikings are gonna have an okay time against those tanks. They take out 2 tanks and then able to fly home. And behind this, Glenn has an equal number of siege tanks to Potato Pleb. When Potato Pleb's going mech, that really nervous. Makes me really nervous. And he's getting 3-3 right now for his bio. I don't know what Potato is on.
Potato Pleb is expanding to his 4th. It's already up for Glenn. But the army supply disparity is so huge. Double the army supply for Glenn. Potato Pleb survived that attack, but he definitely lost a lot, and it was cost effective in the end for Glenn. So he's moving, he's posturing down to take out this 4th and 3rd, it looks like.
Yeah,
not
and I don't...
Potato.
I'm really worried for Potato. I don't think there's not going to be very much that he can do here. going to lose the 4th before the planetary finishes. His siege tanks are now sieging up. Yeah. Pleb, or not Pleb, Glenn is content with taking out the 4th base because he knows that he has his up. So just denying the equal bases for Potato Pleb is going to be really hard for him to overcome in the long run. They're at not a huge worker deficit, but the more bases for Glenn makes the mining way better.
Yeah, this is a really terrible trade for Glenn here. But still getting the siege up though, and there's just enough of an army supply lead that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that was a really tough fight for Glenn to take, but at the end of the day, his siege tank survived. And he's got enough barracks that if he wanted to remax on Marines, he could in a second. But he's choosing to go BCs. That's interesting.
I think BCs would be the icing on the cake in this situation. But doesn't really need to at this point. It's a 100 to 40 army supply advantage. Getting his 5th base up as well. Not
tons of missile turrets too. That is good. What is the word? Diligence. This is doing his due diligence. It's like, okay, alright, I got this game. All I need to do is not die to a drop, not die to some crappy run by.
Yeah, especially when you have the money to do it, and because he's maxed right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like the sensor towers from Potato. I think overall, Potato Pleb is playing well for his level. The MMR advantage is there though, and I think that in the end, Glenn's taken enough trades overall to gain an advantage. Now, that was a good fight for Potato. So he's still so far behind though.
It was a good fight, but he was his misrallied workers were eating tank shots unnecessarily. He lost 16 workers in that engagement, and that was more of him just not paying attention to his pathing.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of SCVs in this game. He's lost 50.
Oh my. I like the decision making to go take the gold base. You got to be risky, but it's going to get scouted right away. It's going to be scouted, and if he doesn't fly it away, it's going to be bopped by flying.
Hopefully that'll buy him a little bit of time to get his 4th established, though, with some tanks.
He went ahead and flew it to another location, but he's still going to lose it. He should have flown it straight home.
Yeah, the tanks did not move over here quick enough there. Okay, well, they're going to try to siege up at the south position of this 4th base, but this 4th base is now being contested by Glenn.
BC doesn't do much, and GG's called. Well played.
Yeah, well thought by Potato Pleb. I think really to pull off something like an all kill or to take out a master, you gotta be somewhat cheesy. Or I mean, it's not impossible, but going into a macro style game, it's sort of like home court advantage to the master player in a lot of ways. Thank you, John Goodman, House Cork, all you guys for stopping in, Chili Boy. All right, so we are going to move on to Kyojin, our Protoss player. See, all the potato pleb jokes are coming in. The starch proletariat. And I think on the case of was House Quark just Google translating Chinese, I think looks like he actually was just typing in Chinese. So Warbuff, did they lose? Was that over? That'd be a shame if that did happen.
Let's see. See, while we're waiting, I'll just check this, see what happened there.
Ooh, accept the invite, like.
Sure.
Thank you.
So, let's see, is Kyojin here?
Yes, he is.
Cool.
Okay. Right,
Okay.
players.
Moving on to Lotus.
So we will have a PVT. If memory serves me, Kyojin made great use of DTs in the last game. Last time he played. So I think that if and actually he played a master player last time. And
Yes, he did.
He got very close, and I feel like he could have won that game. So I'm really looking forward to see Kyojin. This is a challenge for him, for sure, but I think he can do it.
I believe.
This is a very large map, but it is close position spawns, so that affects the cheesiness aspect of it.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to see something more common like a mine drop. I kind of miss these maps. They're maps that aren't like rotationally symmetrical.
Right. Yeah, wasn't a Boardwalk kind of like this a little bit?
Yeah, it was. And I liked that one. Wait, is that the one I'm thinking of?
That was kind of a weird map, but it wasn't the map pool. It was a while ago. My memory of StarCraft 2 maps is so bad. But that did have close position spawns, and it did have the similar walk thing.
Yeah, I think that was Boardwalk. I'm almost positive of it now. Yeah, and wasn't it blocked off with rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So both players choosing to go kind of early-ish expands. Factory coming out right away for Glenn. Kyojin, no tech as of yet. Waiting for that 100 gas.
Gonna throw down that Twilight Council. And he is a charge player for sure. You know that much.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see if he opts for charge over DTs.
Yeah, I mean,
History.
if Glenn did his homework, actually, I don't even know if that VOD was public, or yeah, you could definitely see it, and did see that Kyojin made use of DTs. I mean, Kyojin got absurd SUV kills in that one game. He was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was absolutely nuts. There's a proxy Dark Shrine for Kaio. He's gonna deny the Reaper Scout. I'm getting in. Ooh, but the wall's not complete. Oh wait, is it? It is complete, okay. The Reaper was glitching out. He follows it up with a gateway to complete the all-in and make that a fast warp-in pylon. Not make it an all-in, but make it stronger. Building a lot of pylons, so he's not going to be supply blocked anytime soon. And this will be really nice. It seems that the gateway is timed just about on time to come out when the Dark Shrine is up.
Okay, we have no eBay yet, and depending on the timing, you know, there's 2 orbitals. What happened?
So, Glenn ran his Reaper into the natural base of Kyojin. He went down to the left and behind the mineral line. Kaio pulled all of his workers, made a wall with the probes, and killed the Reaper before he was able to get to the main base.
Nice.
So Glenn is flying in the dark here, and 1DT is walking into his base about now. So
strong.
We're going to see how he has that handled. He's 15 energy away from his next scan, and it seems like he's going to be killing some workers. He did get 2 Marines.
It would be nice to target the mules, but even though there's 2 DTs, there's only enough mana for 1 scan at a time.
Yes, and they're really bunched up right now,
Kill
so
the
he's
Marines.
got to... oh, run away!
Oh,
he
sick.
gets away with both of them. Oh my lord.
Dude, this is crazy. I love this so much.
Yeah, a Raven's on the way, so he's gotta be killing workers with these. But 14 probes went down to the mine drop and the Liberator in Kyojin's base.
You can actually just blink. Can he blink out? Oh, no, blink is just not finished. More SCVs going down, though, as there are additional... Raven is out, though, so detection is no longer an issue. But there's not enough Marines here. With there's 2 more DTs coming in. There's only 2 Marines. He can dive on these.
Yeah, he can. It'll be really interesting to see.
Oh, man.
He's really scared of the Raven, though.
I guess auto turret. He does have mana for auto turret. That would be, could be.
Yeah, that would do a lot of damage really quickly.
Okay, wouldn't mind drop going into the main. There is some defense there for Kyojin. Oh, only 2 stalkers, but gonna push that away. So nice job.
Third base is completed for Glenn, and there's not an inclination of taking a third yet for Kyojin. So I think he might be choosing to go all in here. He's gotta at least do something, all in or take a third base, because he's running out of time.
Yeah, I mean, the damage was done, but they're basically equal on workers now.
Yeah. There's a
mules.
mine drop. Mine drop flying into the natural of Kaio, so we'll see how well he pulls in. The pull out is immediate,
Good reaction.
but reaction. My bad. He picks up the mines without them going off. Ooh, but he could get another big... Okay, okay. So he keeps...
Alright, he's going into the natural here. Kyojin, the DTs need to blink on top of that tank if he can. And start getting damage, because everything getting so choked up. Oh no, if the repairs on the bunker is up, but he's taking so much damage.
Yeah, If he was able to get a blink on the siege tank, this would have gone so much better. But now it's just zealots fighting SCVs.
But I think he got just enough. He's already killed 20 additional SCVs. That's huge. Kaijin has lost a lot of probes as well, though. Actually, excuse me, he has not. He's successfully defended.
Yeah, the mine drop was killed, but his entire army murdered on the other side of the map. He enjoys a 12-worker lead right now, but that is not enough without a third base.
Yeah, he needs to get a third base. I think he honestly dodged a bullet there. Well, I think the attack could have been better. Blink was done, so I'm not sure why he just didn't blink the DTs onto the tank.
His attention may have been split too far.
Yeah.
Trying to defend the mine drop at home, maybe.
I think if that we saw a good DT blink there, it could have been over. And in fact, still could be. Oh, there's one Widow Mine at the natural. He's going to try again, and I think he's bringing a Prove over to start a third. Hopefully he is.
I hope so. He's at least long distance mining. But he's not collecting any gas from his...
Alright, here we go. We need to see a DT blink. They're blinking on top of the Marines. It's not the best. A lot of friendly fire is going down, so yeah, there's a lot of SCVs that are being killed. But the damage done is... Okay. Will the tank go down? The tank will not go down.
Yeah, 12 more workers go down for Glenn. So there is damage being done, and he reset the Marine count to 5, to 6 actually. He's damaged the tank and killed some stuff, but he's still very all in. There's a forge now, but...
There's a third kind of...
Oh, it's proxied. I see.
It's going to make defending this super hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. Glenn has to fall for this trick here. He has to believe that Kyojin is 2 base all-inning for this to work.
The third is up, so I'd like to see Kyojin harass. I think from this point on, you can't go into the main anymore, into the natural, even attempt it. His army is now officially worse.
Yeah, his natural's fortified. The production is too good for Glenn, for that ragtag bit of units to break again and again.
But this third is done, so I'd like to see him try to harass. Maybe he thinks there isn't a third, but...
Maybe. He should know, though. At least he should believe it.
Well, it's like he's checking with the DT, and hopefully he checks the other spot. But he may think that... He may assume that that's the third location.
Yeah. There's a Marine scouting the third base location for Kyojin right now, but he's going to see the workers rallied funnily. I wonder if he's going to pick up on that.
So Kyojin essentially double expanded.
Yeah.
Kyojin is wise to the potential of a drop, though. He's got units positioned in the main.
I would like to see a robotics bay, or at least a robotics facility for Kyojin. Have some observers, have some immortals, something other than charge lot DT. He's lucky now that his army was in position in the main to defend the drop, but without having knowledge of where that drop is with an observer, he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to defend that forever. You know, he's going to move out at some point with his army.
Right. Yeah, I might want to consider morphing one of those into an Archon, leaving it in the main for some anti-air. I mean, the proxy base for Kyojin is full saturation, so the income is not bad for Kyojin. It's about equal with Glenn's, but the army is still not as good by a long shot.
Yeah, and Glenn's also mining from a gold mineral patch, which is really beneficial. +1 attack is finished for Kyojin, but he's getting +1 shields as well. I don't know how I feel about that.
1 DT that was in the third base location saw that moving away, so now he thinks he may think that's the third base. but it is indeed the 4th. Now, that gold base is going to mine out pretty quickly.
Yes, it is. And he is going to have to relocate to that base. And he's dropping the command center and turrets now.
I think the best hope for Kyojin is to have really strong harassment. I'd like to see, he's building a warp prism. I'd really like to see him try to do a charge lot warp into the main. He's actually going to try to engage the army.
But the Dorito cannon is so strong.
Oh, that was brutal.
Yeah, every single charge lot got hit with the anti-armor missile, and his army evaporated, and now Glenn's just going to walk across the map and murder him.
Seems like the Zealots moved in a funny way. I don't know if they weren't attacking, if there was a little bit of a move command going on. Okay, there is actually some Zealots and DTs at the 3rd, though. It might move the army back.
No, he senses, he's going for the throat. He can feel the kill.
Right.
He's just going to go kill Kyojin. He doesn't have to defend because that little bit of warping, and even the warp prism in the main, is not going to clean up enough. It's not going to destroy the entire main base of Glenn, and that's what this army of Glenn's is going to do to Kyojin.
Yeah.
Yeah. The initial run by has been taken care of, and now the warping is being taken care of. Meanwhile, the main base of Kyojin goes down and GG's called.
It was a very brutal
anti-army missile, and I actually was shocked that he even went for the attack. I don't think that, maybe he felt like he had an opportunity to do something, but it was very bold.
So who's our first master?
Our first master is Chili Boy, who he is in chat, I believe, so he's here, he is aware. Is Chili Boy, and then Last Surprise. I think he is watching the stream, so he might
Yes.
We'll have a ZVT. No, excuse me, PVT.
Glenn's MMR is 5164. I believe that that's under the limit, right?
Yes, the limit is 5350.
Ah. Very, very good. Very impressive to be Masters 1.
We have a couple people geared up, hopefully to be playing next week, that I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
For Masters. I guess I don't have to be too worried about people sniping information, but Char and Ravage, I think, are going to play next week. They are in kind of funny time zones, so it's going to be a little bit interesting to work that out, but I think we will make it happen. Alright, I think Chili Boy is with us.
Yes, he is.
It'll be going to be pretty cool to see another PvT. It's a fun matchup.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how Chili Boy likes to play it out.
I think this is our first. This is our first Protoss master player playing for us. It's cool.
Oh, I didn't see Glenn say ready.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we go.
So we're going on to extraction. This is the
King Sejong map, in layman's terms, which I am definitely behind.
That was a nice map.
Was
Was that Heart of the Swarm or Elixir of the Void?
that was Heart of the Swarm,
Ah.
Golden Age.
Yep. Oh, right. Swarm pushes across the map and into the main base. That's right. Yeah, that was my favorite strategy.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No.
All right, in the bottom corner of extraction, we have the orange Protoss player. It is Chili Boy.
Spawning in the top right-hand corner, representing Cryptc Gaming, it is Glenn. I hope it's Glenn and not Glean.
Glenn is a little bit more, a little bit less of a threatening name.
Yeah.
You were murdered by Glenn. Glean. I guess, no, Glean spelled with the A, though, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true, huh?
Like, with the, I guess, gleaning, well, isn't gleaning, using a big scythe and going through, like, grass? No, that's not that. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I actually don't know what gleaning means.
Glean, like, the sentence I want to use is like glean.
Usually like
value.
glean wheat, right? I feel like.
I don't know.
Alright, I'm just gonna Google it because I can't stop thinking about it.
Don't forget the overlay.
The overlay has changed, I believe.
Excellent. Okay.
Glean is the act of collecting leftover crops from farmers' fields that have not been commercially harvested, or on fields where it is not economically profitable to harvest. It is a practice described in the Hebrew Bible that became a legally enforced entitlement of the poor. Okay. It's a little factoid for everyone there.
Neato. The Reaper finds the probe, so there's no going to be proxy. There's going to be no proxy shenanigans.
Oops. How do I get rid of this profile?
Get rid of what?
Oh, shoot. There we go. Never mind. Sorry. Fumbling with the overlay.
All good. The Adept is out of position. And there's going to be a full scout by Glenn. And he sees the Twilight Council. So I wonder how his response changes for that. It's going to be... looks like it could be the same opener as the last game he played, but I'm positive that Chili Boy is not going to do the same thing as Kyojin.
Yeah, the Adept actually missed the Reaper, so the Reaper's going to come in again, perhaps get a SCV or two. Stalker has to move all the way from the main, and yeah, looks like Probe's going to go down.
Yep. That's the second probe, and now that's the third probe killed by that Reaper.
Very strong.
Depth he gets out.
Is going to shade in here. We'll see if he gets a probe kill of his own. SCV kill.
he lets it finish, and it eats a mine shot in front of the main wall for Glenn. So it seems as if Chili Boy is kind of having struggling with the start of this game.
Yeah, not a lot went right for him so far.
I
Robo
like
facility going down, so we are not in DT mode.
Yes, I like that. And it's Blink being researched for the Stalkers.
Reaper coming in again. Gonna get a full scout.
Oh, I might even get another probe. He does. 4 probes for that Reaper. That's excellent control by Glenn.
Widmar drop going across the map as well. I think Blink will be finished in time as well. There will be an observer out.
Oh, good.
Potential to shut that down.
It looks like he's going to circle around to the back and try to hit the main base. And there is a lot of missing vision for Chili Boy towards that bottom side. I think he could actually go all the way to the corner and then come out behind the mineral line.
Yeah, that observer is kind of in the natural area. There's 3 stalkers there. The probe pull at time is not fantastic. They jump and get...
Oh, no. Ooh, okay. 5 is not as terrible as it could have been. Oh
my goodness.
Oh.
Loses a stalker, though.
I was so scared that was on that clump.
Liberator is here as well. And these probe reaction time have not been great.
Yeah, 9 probes going down so far, and he's not going to get the Liberator. That's tough to deal with.
Yeah, it does have a observer kind of set up in the natural, so sees all of that. It's bio tank so far.
Yeah. He sees that there's another gas coming down. Let's see. There's 2 engineering bays on the way, and a 3rd command center for Glenn. The 3rd nexus for Chili is already done, though. I did not see that at all.
Yeah, so at least the 3rd base timing will be good, and workers are pretty close. About 5 workers down with mules. That's not great, but man, so far this game has not gone well for Chili Boy. But it's certainly not out of control yet. But the army supply is not looking great.
Yeah, you're right about that. I do really love the choice of getting the robotics bay. I'm interested to see what he does with it, because he's getting a Colossus, but he's not getting Thermal Lance, and that's just not an upgrade that you can afford for getting.
Absolutely. Charge and +1/+1 on the way as well. So the full arsenal is in production for Chili Boy. He is super weak right now, I should point out. And the observer, though, sees everything, so it's going to get a full opportunity to see the move out. Although, the big thing is Chili Boy can't really take a fight here. I think his best chance would be maybe to, I don't know, try to blink in with the blink stalkers or do something to distract, buy himself time.
Yeah, he's got a... I think he's really fortunate right now that Glenn is not choosing to move out. He's just positioning to secure his 3rd base. And that's exactly what Chili Boy needs. I'd like to see another Robo, honestly, to get double Colossus production out. Now so there's a Liberator in the main, but the reaction time is almost instant for Chili Boy, so he doesn't lose any probes.
Nice. Good to see that.
3 stalkers hanging out in the main base, so that Liberator is going to have a hard time getting more damage.
And Thermal Lance is up, so our fears are abated of that. 3 Colossus,
and
3rd Colossus on the way.
Templar Archives is down, so he's going to be getting Storm, Archons, and Colossus for splash damage. And I like that choice. That's a lot of splash damage against the bot. Glenn is moving out though, and he has built some supply depot or turrets towards the top side of his main base, so he's not going to be losing anything to a warp in to the main base. There is an oracle. He is going to scout the main, see that engineering bays are working on 2-2.
Nice use of hallucination there. And it seems like the army supplies, while still being in favor of Glenn, Chili Boy still, you know, he's going to have 4 Colossus out soon. 4 Colossus out. So there's a lot he can do with his army, and the army supply, the army deficit is not as big of a concern as it was.
No Vikings either for Glenn, so he's operating strictly on Marine tank. He's producing Marauders 1 at a time, but there's only 1 in his army at the moment. So all Chile has to do is maintain a good concave, not take the world's worst fight. I think he's going to be set up pretty well. They're both equal in upgrades with 1-1. Storm is on the second half of being complete. Oh, but there's the potential of a Doom drop. Oh, because there's no cannons for Chile at all. He's going to take out this back door.
Okay, but those Colossus are going to be in such a strong position. And in fact, I think Chili Boy is actually going to take a fight here. Those Colossus so strong. Archons as well.
Storm is 5 seconds away from being done. He needed that for that fight really bad. It is finished now, but I don't think he has any High Templar at all. No.
Did he have any before that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I didn't see any.
Yeah, I don't see any either. Just Archons. He's actually going to try to dive on these tanks, it looks like, with the charge lots. That could be a okay move. Yeah, actually,
yeah,
good.
I think that was clutch, because the Colossus were able to take out the tanks while the charge lots bothered the Bio army. And getting those tanks was really like the driving force for his freedom. So excellent work by Chile there.
And Templars are up as well.
I'm interested in the choice to add in Immortals. I guess there is a magic number of Colossus, but I think it's more than 4.
Well, I think the amount of tanks that are being produced, as well as Marauders, I think that it's not like in the old days where it's pure bio and it's, you know, Colossus Storm is pretty much the way to go. There's enough tanks that I think Immortals are a good choice.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I believe you're right. There's 10. Yeah, there's 10 siege tanks right now, and that is no small number.
Now, Chili Boy might be a little bit hawkish to take a fight here, but we'll see. Some good storms would be super clutch. Where are they? Where are the storms? Okay.
Storms are in the back. 2 Templar went down, but they were behind the Colossus when the fight started. And in all of that, Chili Boy lost 10 workers, I think, to the Liberator in the main, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, the tank count is actually kind of absurd now.
Yeah, he's producing 3 at a time. That's a tremendous amount of tanks.
Storms are going to be a little bit less clutch than they were.
Yeah, storms on tanks are like still nice, but you need 3 storms to kill a tank. So, yeah.
Archon's being morphed here. I think that's a smart choice.
Yeah, more beef for his army. He does have 2 storms available, it looks like. And he's able to outrange this planetary with the Colossus, but now the siege tanks are up in position. And that's a good retreat for Chili Boy.
I'd really like to see a Zealot run by into the natural of Gleam, as he's starting to really get stretched thin here, as he's moving more and more south. Oh, Chili Boy does not want to take this fight. Okay, tanks are unsieging. This is a dance in the middle of the map here, and I think the potential for Chili Boy to each player could take a really bad fight. Fighting the tanks uphill, I do not like. Okay, there's a good storm, but he needs to back away. This is not a good angle.
Yeah, he's still in range of those siege tanks. I think it was good for him until he ate the very last shot. But good golly, there's so many siege tanks.
Oh, this, no,
Oh,
this
and
is
there's
not
siege
good.
up again. Ooh. Loses a Colossus, loses an Archon. He's taking a lot of damage, a lot of unnecessary damage. There's that Zealot run by you're talking about, but the positioning in the SimCity of the tank and the natural base of Glen is fantastic. Tucks that tank in a corner, only one Zealot can hit it at a time.
Yeah, very strong. Although this does buy Glenn some time in a sense, or sorry, excuse me, Chili Boy some time.
Yeah, but he's fighting the siege tanks again.
Yeah, I don't know why he. Yeah, sort of like you feel like you have to, but you really don't have to take a fight that you don't need to in this position for Chili Boy. I'd like to see Chili Boy move up to this peninsula here to defend this base because it looks like. All right, armies moving, like ships passing in the ninth. They're going to kind of out position each other. Chili Boy could try to go for the. I'd like to see him go for the third because then he can recall back, or he could try to get on top of these tanks here. He's taking
I like
a lot of damage.
Oh, I like the position to come in from behind, but the beef of his army needs to be a little further out. But catching the tanks really exposed, that was fantastic.
But that fight turned out well.
Yes, it did.
That was surprising. I thought that was going to go a lot worse for Chili Boy.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. He's going to charge up this ramp and run into 3 more siege tanks.
Please don't, Chili Boy. No. Okay, bosses are good.
Immortals out front eating some damage. The Vikings, though, able to take out this Colossus without much of an issue. 13 workers did go down. Did he pull the boys to defend that?
Yeah, he did. There were a lot of SCVs out there. It's kind of getting a little confusing in terms of who's doing better. I think Chili Boy isn't quite a bit of a lead. His income is much better. He's got a lot more workers. That's why his armies looked small, because he's up to about 80 workers as opposed to 55 of Glenn.
That is significant.
So, but it is allowing him to have a much better economy.
Yeah.
We can already see, since that fight, Chili Boy's supply is better. He has a little bit more Remax potential. 6
Archons in production right now. Just finished up. He's 3-3 and now he's getting his shield upgrades. I would like to see him make a Stargate though. I feel like that's the next step of this army because.
Oh no, Chili Boy just evacuated. Okay, that was really unfortunate. He did not see the army, and those widow mines could be terrible. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, and then the Ghost EMP on the heart of the army makes that disappear really quickly.
Yeah, this actually. Oh my goodness, this is going really bad really quickly for Chili Boy.
I think that might be game. I don't know how he's going to.
There's 3 Colossus that have been produced. So he needs a couple more warpings, though. He needs to buy time.
Yeah, but the EMP is good for Glenn. Taking out all the shields on those Zealots. Good thing Zealots are just good.
Yeah, he needs to get Stalkers over here to get these Vikings out. He needs to keep those Colossus alive.
Yeah. He also needs an observer to take out those Widow Mines because they now have the upgrade to prevent them from being seen after they shoot. He's set up to do a run by, but he can't do a run by to the 4th base because that is a planetary. He can do a run by to the 3rd, but that's running low on minerals already. So I think his window is running short.
I think it's funny that he's taking this base instead of the base right outside of his natural. It's like about as close as you can get of an expansion to your enemy territory.
And I don't think he realizes that the rocks are killed for him. That might be the reason why he doesn't expand on this, because he thinks those rocks are still alive. Oh no.
Okay.
Ooh,
man, I was scared.
Lord. Me too. That was really nerve-wracking.
Chili Boy, I don't know, maybe he's a little. What has he got in production? He needs more robo units.
He has Yeah, he has a Dark Stranding production, but I don't think that's going to help him now. The EMP catches every High Templar, so there is no more Storm, no more anything. What he has now is going to be what he's got to work with, and those mines are doing a tremendous amount of work. They cleaned up the Zealots so quickly.
Keeping these Colossus alive is paramount to him surviving here.
Yeah.
This is the thing why I don't think this expansion was good, because now he's forced to like awkwardly be up here, and he's open to run-bys. A couple Zealots are sneaking in here and there in different places. It's important to note. Actually can be really strong. I think Chili Boy is grinding out an advantage here. But I think he can still lose it at any moment if he's not careful.
I kind of feel like the opposite. I feel like he's slowly whittling himself down into his inevitable demise.
Here's the thing, though. The economies don't tell that tale, though. Right now.
That is true. That is true. He does have a better economy.
Well, actually, now that I say that, they're about even.
Yeah.
He needs to expand again. Chili Boy really needs to take another expansion.
Mm-hmm. He's got 2 warp prisms on the map. One's been inactive on the left side, but he's going to be pushing.
This fight could be so great for Chili Boy because there's a lot of stacked units if he gets some good storms off.
Yeah.
Economic damage done here would be so strong. Oh, all the attempts are EMP.
Yeah, so he's got to be careful again. Quickly morphs them into Archons. That's a good plan.
That base for Chili Boy is getting harassed, and he's going to try to expand to that sort of plateau base.
Yeah.
Really needs to take the 2 bases down south that are available to him.
Yeah. No defense for that base, no recall. I would have liked to see a recall just for a couple Zealots to defend it, but that's okay. Maybe he wants to save recall for a more time-sensitive attack.
Here we go. This is a really big fight here. The economies are starting to get pretty low. There's no storm, yet fighting up a hill is never good.
Oh, but the EMP again gets all the High Templar energy, hits the Colossus. His army is so thin right now. He barely keeps it alive, but he's going to be running back into siege tank range. I think he's got to run away. He hasn't. The problem I have with Chili Boy's style right now is that he hasn't transitioned out of this comp since he got to it. That's concerning because I think Tempest are the way you gotta go. Like he's been getting owned by the Ghost really hard, I think.
For sure. Yeah, right now this is actually kind of scary for Chili Boy because his economy is suddenly worse. He just got that next base up online. That's gonna help, but he really needs another base. But his army right now is worse. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Look at the army supply even, but I think you're right. Compositionally, it is worse too.
Glenn is enjoying a double the army supply lead right now. He's gonna walk over to the natural base, catch Chili Boy completely off guard.
I hope recall. I think to the main.
Yeah, he's gotta. There it is. To the natural base. Is it good? The siege position is good by Glenn and all of his.
So awkward to fight.
Yeah. He's trying to wait for the scan to go away so that he can use the Dark Templar efficiently, but Glenn's done a really good job of constantly scanning. He's aware of the Dark Templar, and he's not going to be letting that do damage to him any longer.
Oh, this is such a bad position for Chili Boy.
Yeah, but he's almost where he has to fight it. He has to fight and win.
Okay, Zealot's catching some reinforcements. That's a nice pickup. In fact, they might get these 2 tanks.
It is a nice way to disrupt the siege of Glen, but I think there's just too much. The Robo goes down, so he doesn't have access to any more Colossus.
Okay, this is the fight. There's some Zealots coming in the back, cleaning up some of these tanks here, but there's just not enough, it seems. Yeah, good fight by Chili Boy. Man, putting up an amazing fight.
Yes, he did, but ultimately, I think he's not going to be able to reproduce. he's not going to be able to finish us. All the tanks do go down, but just charge lots against Marine Marauder with concussion shell at 3-3. I think that's going to be too tough to deal with. He has some High Templar, but no storms available yet.
He's
One
attacking
storm
before storms. I don't know why, and he's not attacking with his Archons. So
yeah, they're going to run to the third. They should just skip the third, to be honest, because there's nothing there to kill. And Chili Boy drops.
that's unfortunate.
Yes.
Well fought. I mean, I think Glenn was a little bit above him in MMR, but still, it was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long game too, 24 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So it's going to be last surprise, playing a TVT, and that's I feel bad for him. He's had to play a lot of TVTs recently. Good to see you at Sippy Cup. It's been a long time. And we still talk occasionally, but certainly since I've seen you in a Twitch chat, it's been a while. Let's see.
So the next map is going to be Crystallizer. I'm going to get us into the game, but I have to use the restroom.
Alright, sounds good. Yes, indeed, Chili Boy. It was very close. Should not feel too bad about that. Our hopes and dreams do rest on last surprise, though. We're all rooting for him. We really do not want to go down 2 weeks in a row. This would be very unfortunate. Oh, right. Invite last. There we go.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Are you gonna just go and then I'll just... You want to just start? We can just start.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Okay. Okay. So, it's going to be a short solo cast, guys. While Snap is gone, just waiting for him.
I'm ready to start it. Come on, Glenn. I gotta go.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, good luck, have fun.
Alright. Snap's out of here. So we're on Crystallizer, and we have a TVT. In my opinion, we've had entirely too many TVTs in our master sets, unfortunately. Oh, Unity's BS, yeah. I'd say I feel your pain because I have quite a bit of pretty heavy workload in high school, but I know it's not the same at all. Okay, in the bottom corner of Crystallizer, excuse me, top corner, we have the Red Terran It is Glenn. And at the opposing side, we have the Purple Terran representing Alpha X. It is Last Surprise. Last Surprise played some strong TBT. Looking for some redemption. I mean, the Born Gosu player had just really strong TBT. You're back in Pacific time, though, right, Sippy? You're back from Germany? I believe so.
I have returned.
Okay. All right. Cool. I just got done giving my really detailed explanation of what their gas timings mean. So, of course not. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Basically, mirror openings right now. These are two Masters level players. They're pretty close in MMR. So, oh shoot, is the overlay switched? No, it's not.
Oh my goodness.
Tragic. I was gonna say something, but then I was like, nah, he remembered. So sorry, that's...
Okay, sorry guys. Someday.
The factory for Glenn is a little quicker than Last Surprise. But the depot for Glenn is later. So he's gonna be supply blocked for just a short while. In fact, it may finish before it matters, but... Last Surprise opting for Reaper into Reactor. And I think Glenn just went for 2 Reapers, right?
Yes.
Ooh, but his Reaper gets the first shot. Glenn's Reaper gets the first shot. Oh, but the SCV body blocked enough. That's excellent. Oh, don't lose that Reaper now. Last Surprise. He's able to be annoying with this Reaper. I don't see... Yeah, there's another Reaper. Oh, it's in the main base of Last Surprise. For Glenn. He's able to get 3 kills himself and delay the natural command center.
Last Surprise putting in quite... Oh, he's going to lose... Is he going to lose it? Yeah, he's
Oh,
going to lose the
he
Reaper.
does lose it. Excellent micro like Glenn. While the Reaper of Glenn continues to be a nuisance, and now it goes down.
Okay, so at the end of the day, we have a little bit more lost for Last Surprise. A little bit sharper play by Glenn.
Last Surprise has banked up about 200 gas. That may be because his build order's been disrupted. But I hope we see something interesting happen, like Cloak Banshee or... Well, he's getting a Tech Lab, so I'd really like to see that. Raven first, okay. I guess that is the smarter, more defensive play.
Yeah, I think... Sorry, go ahead.
He did a run by into the natural with Hellions, and he gets 2 workers for the cost of a Hellion and a full scout of the main base. And another worker. Ooh. Might even get more.
Yeah, thanks, Chili Boy, for just letting him know. Didn't assume that immediately. I will tell their captain that, for sure. Not sure if he saw that in game.
I saw it.
Yeah, I don't know. He's telling me in Twitch chat, so I'll double check. It's all good.
It's all good. The Reaper
gets the Cyclone. Clutch play by Last.
Nice job. And he's repairing the Raven. He's my hero.
So bug you when Terrans don't repair their units.
Yeah. I can understand, like, Hellions, like, okay, this may not be the most important one, but, like, Raven, like, you have to. That's an important unit.
For sure.
Last Prize, is moving out or just posturing? He's just posturing a little bit. His third is almost finished. The third base of Glenn is finished and is morphing into an orbital now. Both of them still sitting on 3 gases. Supplies are dead even. Worker count is dead even.
It's about a wash for both sides. Yeah. I know I've been bashing on TVTs all night, but I wish there was some way that TVTs could be interesting. I mean, they're not as bad as ZVZs, I'll say, but I wish that they were a little bit more decisive. They can drag on for quite a while.
Yeah, I feel that way about just about every Terran matchup, to be honest.
It's true.
Yeah, I like the positional game that TVT has to play, but that can also be really frustrating at the same time because, like, you know, if you just walk in the wrong position or you're not paying attention once, that can be an instant loss, which is just really hard to wrap your head around. You want to have done better when you do that.
Right, Last Surprise is going for a big drop. He's got 3 medevacs and a Raven, and skirting the vision of that CC. So here we go. This is largely unscouted drop.
Yeah, Glenn out of position. He does get the interference matrix on their Raven, but it expires.
Oh my goodness, great damage of being Last Surprise. A lot of those Marines were killed before interference matrix could go down on the tanks.
Yeah. He's got to get out of there, though. At least save the Raven. Okay, 14 workers for everything except the medevac, 2 Marines.
It was a lot of Marines he killed, though.
Yeah, it was.
If you look at the units lost, we do have a lead for Last Surprise now because of that. So I think all in all, a pretty good, exceptional drop for Last Surprise.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't like that he ended up losing 2 siege tanks for it. The siege tank count, yeah, it's 2-5 now in favor of Glenn. So Last Price has to be very, very careful when he's trying to take a fight against the siege tanks of Glenn coming from now on. There is an armory finishing for Last Prize, and 1-1 is almost complete. What about Glenn? Glenn has 1-1 about halfway.
Another drop going out for Last Surprise, looking to catch him off guard. The natural is honestly pretty undefended. I think a drop in there would be quite strong.
The main has 2 Ravens and 2 Vikings patrolling that side, so this medevac's not going to find a whole lot of damage. The army is stationed outside the 3rd base, so no run-by there for the Marines of Last.
There are some skirmishes going on in the middle of the map for these Zeldnaga towers with some Marines. I like that both players are trying to establish control of the middle.
Looks like Last Surprise takes that. Now, this medevac's going to fly in here and meet all these Vikings. So what's the reaction of Last? It's not there. And he loses a whole medevac.
I don't even think he had time to turn around there.
Yeah, that was really tough. He has built another factory, and I like that a lot. That's going to help him catch up in the siege tank count, which honestly feels like that's the most important thing in TVT. If you just like have siege tanks at the end of the fight and the other person doesn't, then you're safe. At least you're safe. You may be able to kill him, but yeah.
Fourth base going down for last surprise. I like that a lot. Let's see. The fourth is just being started for Glenn. So that's a nice lead. However, the Army of Glenn is moving out. He's got about a 20 supply lead.
Yeah, Glenn is fighting for control of the Zelnaga towers.
Last is just tired of messing around and moves his entire army up to the Zelnaga tower.
Yeah.
And he might be able to get a position on this third base. Okay, not with the Ravens there. Oh.
Yeah, he's got to be so careful.
I do not like this at all.
He got both Ravens with the interference matrix, which means these tanks are going to be free to do whatever they want for a little while. Now this interference matrix comes out for Glenn. Okay, I thought that was going to go better.
That looks so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that was not good, unfortunately. And I think that's going to heavily tilt the balance in favor of Glenn.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because he was basically up a base for a bit.
Yeah. Last surprise is going to have 2-2 over his opponent for at least another 30 seconds. So that's going to be nice. And that might be what he needs to tip him in favor. But, those Marines do not need to be against that wall.
Yeah, I fear the worst for last. He's trying to defend, but once the tanks get sieged, even in a neutral position, it's so hard. Auto turrets getting the tanks. It's so unfortunate. Oh.
Yeah, forced to evac the third after 9 workers gone down. He's not going to be able to repair it. The third is lost. And more siege tanks for Glenn means more power. Glenn's going to be able to walk forward here if he'd like to. I think he can just kill him off. Those Ravens really are MVP for Glenn. GG is called. Last surprise drops.
It's kind of frustrating. This is our second loss in a row.
I mean, we're 1-2. It's not emergency mode, but there's definitely got to pick it up on the Masters end, on my end. We play Validity next week as well. That's going to be a pretty important matchup for us. Are you editing the Google Sheet?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I was wondering if that was Snoopy. I was like, Snoopy? What a hero. But Snap, what a hero. Okay. Yeah, well, that's rough. There's no way to sugarcoat it. My Masters, we suck pretty bad. But it was good effort. It was good effort, though.
We just have more practice to do next week.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciated it.
Have a good night.